All right, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. All right, so this video is going to be about 10 things, maybe more, about your Honda Civic. And this is going to be the Type R edition, so if you have a Type R, I can actually show you more things. All right, let's get started. Okay, first thing I'm going to show you is in your settings. You can change your lock. So right now I have it set for automatic lock. So I'm gonna go through the settings, show you how to do that here. But what that does is unlock the door and say I leave, walk away, the car will lock itself. So you see right there, it locked itself. So you get the first beep, tells you obviously that you're walking away from the car, that it's going to lock, and then the final beep says it's lock away. Now, so if I were to somehow get away from it before it can detect that I'm walking away from the car, you'll get a series of multi-beeps, almost in the way of you leaving the key in the car, in that sense that you probably should go back and restart it. So yeah, that's all set through your car's infotainment system. So to turn all that on, you go to your home button. We're at home, settings, vehicle. Walk away auto lock. So I guess we'll come out here to door window setup, and then you scroll down, you'll see walk away auto lock. And by enabling that, that's what happens when you walk away, it'll lock itself. Obviously the keyless lock answer back is when you lock it, it beeps. All right, next feature I want to go over is, since we're about the key, you can actually roll the windows down from being inside the, from being outside the car. So I'm gonna do and press the unlock button. So you got the unlock button, I'm gonna press it here, unlock, press it again and hold it, and the windows should go down. All right, that's to help ventilate the car, especially on hot days. You wanna ventilate, get all the hot air, you just wanna roll them down. Now, unfortunately, the only way you get those windows back up is to get back into the car, turn it on, and then raise them back up manually. Just a safety feature that they have for US certifications. Roll the windows down from the remote. Press the unlock button, release, press again. All the windows roll out. All right, another feature. It's not raining outside, but did you know when your wipers are on low or intermittent, or if your wipers are on, when you shift to reverse gear, the rear wiper will automatically activate to help you see as you reverse out. So that's something I noticed that very European-like. I noticed that on the Mini Cooper, Audi. So the reason the BMW doesn't do it, but yeah, when you shift to reverse, the rear wiper turns automatically and does a few wipes. All right. Next thing I want to talk about, since we're talking about automatic, and you may already know this, if your headlights are on auto, then your if the wipers are on, the headlights automatically will activate. All right, did you know that there's a button in here? Did not know that. So if you have the smart key system, by keeping the key fob in my pocket, there's a button in here. I can use this to lock the car. So if it's the last thing that I'm getting in here, say for example, if you want to get in here, we know how to lock the car. We had to go around the other side, but actually there's a button that can use the lock. So I'm gonna show you that one here. And if you look inside there, this is your regular grab handle, and this is your lock button right there. So lock button, handle. And since we're in the trunk, let's take a look at this. If you're unaware, Honda has a capless fuel system. So if in the event you need to fill your car, you need to top off of gas, or if you want to add anything in here, this is the only thing you need to go through to add into your fuel. This is a safety feature that obviously, let's see here, I'm gonna lock the car. The fuel lid locks as well. Okay. So you just throw this right here, And then now you can pour in your, if you're doing an additive of some type, or you just want to, if you ran out of gas. So without this, yeah, you can try to punch through, but unfortunately you will not be able to make it through the other flap inside here, and you'll spill gas all down inside your car. And that's located here inside your trunk. We got your emergency items here. All right. All right, since we're in the emergency section, let's talk about a couple other things you may have in your Type R. This might be Type R specific. Since we don't have an air pump, what we do have is a fixed flat kit that's built in. So what this is, it's windy. Hopefully it doesn't ruin the audio too much. All right, so with this fixed flat kit, basically you have two sections. You can turn it on, you have air. If you switch it over to repair side, you can actually put in a sealant that's similar to fix a flat. So by not having a spare, you can actually sort of, basically there's a solution here to help fill the tire, to help get you where you need to go, hopefully buy you some time, get you to a repair shop. Obviously it's not a permanent fix, but it's a temporary solution to get you to a shop to get your new tire. And that's all in the trunk tray. We have a couple different things here. Parking brake, what we can do is the parking brake can automatically release itself. As long as your seatbelt is on, the driver's side seatbelt is on, and you go to pull away, the parking brake will automatically disengage. Parking brake's on. I'm gonna try to drive away.
Please release the parking brake.
Release the parking brake. But now I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Seatbelt's on. Now watch. See? So all you do is, seatbelt's gotta be on. Automatically disengages itself. All right, we come to brake hold. Brake hold, if you're not familiar with what that is, brake hold will hold the car in place. Now, this is different than hill start assist. Hill start assist, what that does is, if you're on a hill, it will hold the brakes momentarily for maybe 2 to 3 seconds, so you can get the clutch engaged and pull off, to prevent the car from rolling backwards. But brake hold, by enabling this, what brake hold does, it holds the brake, and it will hold it indefinitely until you hit the accelerator to drive away. When you come to stop again, the brake is automatically applied and held. So this prevents you from holding the brake at a stoplight, holding a brake at a drive-through, at a car wash. It gives you sort of a brake. Now, if you have a manual transmission, you probably have to put it in neutral if you really want that brake, because you're still in the clutch. But if you have an automatic of some type, the automatic cars, things like this way, automatics, if you let go of the brake, the car creeps. So with this feature, you don't have to, hold it. You can just automatically, and it'll hold it for you. The brake lights will be on, and I'm going around the car. I'll show you that now. And this way, I fooled the system to thinking that I was still in the driver's seat. I'm not gonna tell you how I did it, but that's what I'll show you just how it looked. And I'm gonna put the car into brake hold. I can leave it neutral. Brake hold, by pressing the brake pedal to enable that, press the brake pedal. Brake hold's on, it says brake standby. Now it's in hold mode. Now the car can't roll back, can't roll forward, can't do anything. The brake lights are applied, it will. So I'm not gonna tell you how I did this, but I fooled the system into thinking that I'm still in the car. And you can see that the brake lights are still on and the car is holding itself. So the car is not gonna go anywhere, and this is what I'm talking about. So the brakes are still being applied. Okay. And just to give you an idea, there's nobody in the driver's seat. All right. When you're in plus R mode, which is the most aggressive mode, you can disable the traction control fully by pressing and holding this button. I'm press and hold the traction. See, traction control is off. Now it says it's fully off. You get 2 beeps, turns off forward collision warning, turns off everything. Someone told me this in a video. I didn't understand because I thought I just turned traction control off, but pressing and holding fully disables the traction control. Let's press it on again, but then you got to turn forward collision back on again. Okay. All right. Lane keep assist. You got lane keep assist if you have a 2020 and up. You have lane keep assist, and then you have lane departure warning. Two different systems. Lane keep assist automatically guides you in the lane. So by letting you let go of the wheel, the car will automatically read the lines using the cameras up here, and it will read the road markings and keep the car in its lane. Think of it similar to like you find in like a Tesla autopilot. Although Tesla has more cameras in this car can do sort of, based on one camera, it could sort of give you a little break. You still have to keep your hand on the wheel. I mean, yeah, you can do hands off, but it's going to disable itself if you don't hold, so that it wants to make sure that you're still here. So just having some type of torque on the wheel, just have it there and it'll guide you, okay? Lane departure warning is a little different. Lane departure warning means is if you drift out of your lane, it'll automatically kind of guide you back in place. And if you're too far, it will give you a little warning to wiggle, the steering wheel will jiggle. But I personally, I just keep that turned off. Now, lane keep assist, we have adaptive cruise control, ACC, active cruise control, okay? What this does is it adapts and it reads the car in front of you, and it automatically adjusts the speed accordingly to the car or traffic in front of you. Unfortunately, it's not a stop-go system. What that means is it's not going to automatically go down to into a full stop like some cars do, but it can go down to like 15, 20 miles an hour, and then it disables itself. And it actually can apply braking on its own up to a certain amount of braking. And that's to, you know, help relax you a little bit more in some of the driving, or say if you're on a long drive and you've been on that drive and someone pulls in front of you, have your cruise control set, this car automatically brake for you. Now this combined with the lane keep assist, if you press the main button, you'll see how it says ACC, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist is enabled. By pressing this button, now you see the lines. Now they're outlined, but once I'm driving, they'll turn solid white. When they're solid white, that means I got a good reading on the road markings, and at that point it'll start tracking for you. Okay, you can use this independent with just manual driving, or you can use it in conjunction with adaptive cruise control. Using both combined then gives you the full suite of where you can pretty much be hands and feet off in a sense. You still have to have your hand down here, but the car would pretty much drive itself and track itself in the lane. Now, if you're someone who doesn't want, you know what you say, you know what, I don't want that adaptive cruise control. I don't like how the car brakes for me. It's kind of annoying how the car, you know, brakes, and you know, or for me, I'll give you an example. I don't like when I am behind someone and they're going slow. And yeah, the adaptive cruise control does its job. It keeps that distance because we have 3 different settings here, so I can choose between different distances how I want the car to react. So level 1, 2, and 3. And once it's detecting a car in front of you, it'll automatically outline a car. Now, my thing is, even on the closest setting, it doesn't keep a good tight gap what I want in the car when I'm following. And what happens is I'm behind someone comes in front of me, they squeezes in front of me, then the car brakes and creates another gap, and that someone else invites someone else to come in. So there's a mode that you can use if you want, or if you just don't like that. Oh, sorry, by pressing and holding the distance setting, you can switch over to manual mode. So I'm gonna show you. See, it says cruise mode selected. All I'm doing is pressing this one, and I go back to ACC mode, which is active cruise control. So you can change different modes by pressing this button here. So with cruise mode means that you're just going to set a speed, lock the speed in, and once the speed is locked in, it's not going to read a car. It's just going to go. So you're back to traditional cruise control. You got to stop the car yourself if you come behind somebody. Active means just it will brake automatically and read the cars in front of you and adjust itself according to traffic. So if traffic comes to you, like I said, 20 miles an hour, and all of a sudden you hit, like, you know, everybody picks back up to speed again, you're setting a speed not to exceed, say for example, 75 miles an hour. The car can drop below that and still be active, but it will not exceed that. Another feature, rebooting your infotainment system. So for me, sometimes my Apple CarPlay freezes up. I get blank screen. I can't see anything. I can't do anything about it. Only thing I do is either turn the car, turn back on, or I can do a reboot. So by pressing and holding the power button, pressing and holding, you'll see, just give it a few seconds. It'll ask you if you want to reboot it. Yes. Reboot. and then give the car a little bit of time, and then it'll reboot itself. You'll see the Honda logo pop up. It'll take a long, because this is a hard restart on here. Okay. Now, while I wait for that to come on, another thing I want to mention is if you have 2020 and up, you have rear defroster, but you probably see this symbol here. That is your heated side view mirrors. So the exterior side view mirrors will be heated if you activate this button here. Okay. So that's something to be that you might not know about. All right, here we go. In the owner's manual, it says turn the system off 40 seconds. So when it flashes twice, that means it's off. Turn the system on, hold for 30 seconds, and it blinks once.
Connected.
Press the start button twice. So once is off, turn it on, turns the car on, turns radio on, but to turn it on to accessory mode, press it again.
Expand.
Now let's try this high beam.
KA band. Laser.
We'll pull the high beam towards me.
GPS connected.
I know it's a long time you have to enable it or disable it. And since we're waiting, if I'm in automatic high beam, you'll see a green indicator letting you know that the automatic high beam is on. So where that has that blue indicator in there and was like a beam on automatic high beam is on. There we go. Saw it flash for a second. But when that automatic high beam indicator is on, what that means is if it activates the high beam and I don't want it to be on for that duration of drive, I can just override it once myself, and then it won't come back on anymore for that drive. So I'm gonna hold it again. All I'm doing is pulling the stalk here towards me. Activating high beam manually. I'm just pulling it like the pass the flash. There we go. All right, everyone. If you found the video helpful, please leave me a thumbs up. And if you know any other tricks, leave a comment below. Let me know. I think we're all here to help each other out. So I think that's it.